This video is going to show the process of setting up the gutter catalog. Inside of the DGNlib, you'll go to the Components tab and then go under Catalog and open up the Gutter Catalog dialog. Before you start making entries, you're going to want to identify which sections you need to create. You can typically get this information from the agency's standard details. I'm going to start at the top of the list here and first start with this Type B curb and gutter. This is going to be a conventional gutter, and I'll have a 5% gutter slope that's 24 inches wide. So go ahead and create a new entry. We'll call this Type B curb and gutter. We'll choose the shape. For the roadway cross slope, I'm going to put in a normal cross slope of 2%, and then if we are using the method where we're pulling the cross slope from the surface, this is going to be overwritten by whatever the terrain model reads. Since my gutter is a different cross slope than my roadway, I'm going to toggle on gutter depression, and then we'll put in that 5% slope. And the gutter width is going to be 24 inches or 2 feet. Then I'll go ahead and choose my material, and that'll set my mannings and other values here. Alright, let's look at an example where we only have a curb. So we don't have the gutter pan here, so that means the roadway cross slope is going to match the gutter cross slope. So we will not have that depressed gutter. So we're going to go ahead and create this entry as well, even though it doesn't technically have a gutter. I won't be defining any different heights inside of the gutter catalog, so I will just have one entry for this curb. And then inside of the catch basin prototypes, there is a field for a maximum curb height, and that is where I'm going to input whichever number I'm trying to use there. For this, it's going to be conventional. We'll put our roadway cross slope in, and we're going to leave the gutter depression toggled off and then set the material. So we'll work down the list when we'll create all of the different curbs and curb and gutters from the list. Do an example of a parabolic looking at this Type C gutter. And from the detail I can see I'm actually going to have 3 different types here. I have a Type C6, C9, and C12 that have different depths and widths. So as an example, I'll do C6 here, that's 30 inches wide. And the only parameters I'm going to need are going to be the width and the depth. So I'm going to set the gutter shape to parabolic, type in a height of 0.5 feet, 6 inches, and then for the width we'll put in 2.5 feet, which is going to be that 30 inches. And lastly, we'll go and set the material. So we'll continue building out that list from the standard drawings, and lastly we'll look at an example of this valley gutter, which is going to be V-shaped. So going back to the DGNlib, we'll go ahead and create that new gutter entry. Set the shape to V-shaped, and we are going to have a gutter depression here. And we're going to see this as the curb cross slope, and then we're going to have the gutter cross slope, and then over here is going to be the roadway cross slope. And then we'll also define what the width is going to be. So see, you've got 5% slopes here. So for the curb, we'll put 5. The roadway is going to be that normal 2. The other side is going to be 5, and then for the width, we'll put in 4 feet, and then set the material. Once you set up all of your gutters, you're going to want to export those out to an XML file. So to do so, I'm going to say export, and then we'll go and create a new library. And then we'll do a bulk selection of all of the gutters, and we'll export them to that library. So if we go ahead and select that, we can see the gutters have been exported out to that XML file, and this is going to be the location of that XML file. So now, the same with the conduit catalog. If we made any updates and this needed to be implemented into an existing design file, we could give them this XML, and then they could import the gutter catalog that they need for their project. And they can do that by just importing from a library and then choosing the gutter catalog that they need.